for a sec. Just let you enjoy it. Just gonna leave it floating there. I'm gonna drink my tea. Okay, what's up, nerds? It's your boy, the OGGM, coming to you live from Site B on another foggy morning here in sunny California. It's about 8:30 in the morning on the 5th day of June, 2024. Wizards of the Coast likes to drop things at night, I guess, so that people don't have a lot of time to complain about it. So this made its way across the interweb last night around 4 my time. So what's Seattle like? I think Seattle's in the same time zone I am, right? Or at least maybe just an hour. I don't know. Anyways, yeah. So this was out, and it is the at least possible cover for the new Monster Manual. There might be an alternate cover that shares the same weird, cozy art the other two had. But this is the Monster Manual cover for 2025, and there's a lot going on in this cover. I like this cover. I think we can find a better picture of it here. I'm not sure, but it's a little busy. It's a little busy. That's probably my only major complaint. Here's the back. So we've got a smorgasbord of various monsters. A little too busy. Notice that there is no prominent dragon other than maybe the eye is a dragon's eye. I mean, 99% that eye is a dragon's eye. We've got a lot of different monsters. Most of them are recognizable. I don't know what this one is. But I'm not, that's a demon. Night Hag, Knoll, Moradon of all weird things. Some reptilian, undead, intellect devourer, some goblins. Don't know what that is. Mind Flayer, Owlbear, of course, and maybe either a baby beholder or another Moradon. So, and some angel-looking thing, and possibly a dragon. Little too busy, but other than that, it's a good cover. It pops. It's got a lot of going on. It's a little silly. Then we have the front cover, and this front cover is awesome. This would sell D&D to me. We've got this amazing, again, with the weird, dreamy, quasi-AI art. But if you ignore that, and you ignore how busy it is, and you ignore the fact that the words Monster Manual block out most of the lower art, it's a pretty decent picture. There's a lot going on, and these dudes are definitely dead. In fact, if you notice, whoever this is, they're dead. The Wizards is literally showing somebody getting killed on the cover of a D&D book, but I'm sure they say on the inside, don't worry, they make it out. Again, a little too busy. We've got some kind of tentacle monster. We've got a demi-lich. We've got a gelatinous cube. I don't know what a gelatinous cube is doing in this massive fight, with its movement rate. We got some goblins. We got a mimic for some reason. Again, the mimic doesn't really fit. They're not, predators. They tend to just sit. They don't chase people. We've got a displacer beast, some kind of troll, and then this unbelievably large beholder, this ridiculously large beholder. People have said, well, how has the spellcaster being able to cast spells? Does the beholder no longer have its anti-magic ray? And it could be, well, maybe the beholder just hasn't had a chance to use its anti-magic ray, or maybe it's a different type of beholder, because that's huge. And beholders are normally not that big. They're, the size of a large dog. It's the size of a beach ball. This is the size of a building. It's going to gobble up these people in one bite. So maybe it's a different kind of beholder. Maybe it doesn't have anti-magic. Anyways, these dudes are dead. Now, this is apparently somebody from Forgotten Realms. They say their name here down below. I will probably mispronounce it. It is Varjar Safara. Yeah, I don't know who that is, but apparently there's somebody from the Forgotten Realms. This is Minx, and I think that's Boo. So I just want to point out that nobody else has made this joke yet. I was the first person to make it, and I'm surprised nobody else got it. But literally, Minx is yelling, "Go for the eye, Boo! Go for the eye!" How come nobody else got this? literally Minx and Boo's battle cry. Go for the eyes, Boo. Literally an eye. You know, Minx is screaming, go for the eye, Boo. Go for the eye. And Boo is jumping right into the eye of that giant beholder. So yeah, whoever this is dead. This person probably dead. Minx, I don't know if you can kill Minx. I mean, you know, Minx has survived some pretty weird shit in his days. So Minx might be all right. So that's the cover. Now, here's something else I noticed about the covers, because I have the other two covers up. So let's look at the old player's handbook. So here's the player's handbook cover, just to remind you, which I absolutely hate. This cover is crap. Okay, if there's any anybody who disagrees, it's fine. But I think most people agree this cover does not sell D&D. I have no idea what's going on, and there is something unbelievably disturbing about this gold dragon. Again, just the neck into shoulders into arm. His neck is coming out of the side of his body. So we got these iconic characters who nobody recognizes except for a few people. People say this is Stormwind, but it's not, because Stormwind doesn't wear a closed helm. Stormwind wears an open helm. Are facing something over here. And supposedly that dragon's actually supposed to be helping them. So they're facing towards us. All right, so that's that one. And then if we look at the other one, we got, Warduke, Chick I don't know, Avenger, and Army of Undead also facing us. So it seems like we've got a story. We've got the good guys and the gold dragon on one side. They're facing off against the bad guys and the maybe dragon on the other side, right? So if that was intentional, that totally works. The player's handbook art is awful. This art on the DM's guide is great. The new art on the monster manual is great. A little too busy, and the words ruin the picture, but great. And it would be actually interesting if that was intentional, if what they're trying to say is the characters on the player's handbook are facing off against the characters on the Dungeon Master's Guide. And except then the monster manual cover doesn't make sense because it doesn't fit in. Because if we go back to the monster manual cover, yeah, this is slightly different style of art. Again, the words right here just ruin the picture. And there's no connection. I mean, are the player's handbook characters over here? The DM's guide characters over here? And these guys stuck in the middle? Is that what they're saying? Except I don't think these look the same. Or maybe I'm just overthinking it. In my mind, that's how it works. Whether Wizards of the Coast actually intended it to be that way, or it's just a happy accident, I don't know. But in my mind, that's like, okay, yeah, I get it. These guys are supposed to be facing these guys. But then are these guys in the middle? Because also they're slightly different style. Again, it's that weird, dreamy, washed out watercolor style, which I don't get. Why they've chosen this style. It just doesn't really work. But this cover pops. This is a good cover. I mean, the only negativity I have about it is it's too busy. And, somebody might point out that you're literally showing a dude getting murdered. And, that might go against Wizards of the Coast whole happy, safe, fun place vibe. But other than that, you're showing a dude getting murdered. You got a very busy cover, but you've got this amazing image of this large eye creature about to eat these dudes, and you're just like, they're dead. They're totally dead. But if they survive, I want to know how. I mean, Boo will survive because it's Boo, right? Minx might survive because he's Minx. The guy with the staff, yeah, you're dead, dude. You're dead. Don't know what a mimic and a gelatinous cube are doing there. Neither of those are active predators. They're predators by opportunity. A mimic doesn't charge into combat. It just waits around for somebody to be dumb enough to stick their hand in it. And a gelatinous cube is like, wait, there's something going on? Oh, well, I'll get there eventually with my movement rate of 8. Ooh, look, something shiny. But yeah, other than the placing of the word Monster Manual, and maybe it's too busy, this is a good cover. Why is this not the cover of the Player's Handbook? This cover rocks. I mean, if I was going to buy a Wizards of the Coast product again, this cover would definitely convince me to buy this book. You know? So how is it that the Monster Manual one is good, the DM's Guide one is good, and the Player's Handbook one is awful? The Player's Handbook should be the best of the three. That is your core book. That's the one book you want people to buy. Do people need to buy the new Player's Monster Manual? Meh. Do people really need to buy the new DM's Guide again? Meh. Do people need to buy the new Player's Handbook? Absolutely. That's your core book. That's your anchor. So you want that to look amazing. And it doesn't. And the fact that the art for the DM's Guide and the art for the Monster Manual are just so much better just makes the Player's Handbook look that much worse. The Player's Handbook doesn't sell D&D to me. There's nothing that inspires me to buy it if I were going to buy it. I'm not going to buy it. I already have it. Why do I need to buy it again? But if I was somebody who didn't know that I didn't need to buy it and I saw that, I'd be like, I don't want to get this. This is boring. I want to get the thing that's next to it because it's from Games Workshop and it's got cool looking robots on the cover. On the other hand, if I saw the cover of the DM's Guide, I'd be like, hey, those dudes look cool. And isn't that the guy from the cartoon? I want to know more about this. And if I saw the Monster Manual cover, I'd be like, oh, those dudes are dead. I totally want to know what's going on. But the most important book of the trilogy, you're like, whatever, just the laziest cover we can think of that, you know, oh, here's some adventures and this bizarre looking dragon. The bizarre looking dragon alone is a negative to it. But anyways, that's the Monster Manual cover. There will probably be an alternative cutesy Monster Manual cover, like the Loth one for the DM's Guide, which is just sheer nightmare fuel of a cover. I don't know who decided that cover was a good idea. So we'll get that probably today or tomorrow. But yeah, new Monster Manual cover. What do you think? Let me know. See ya.